Hello, my friends. My name is Gerdes, and here are your three big stories for today. Okay, so Zelensky has officially fired Zaluzhniy. He names a new military commander. This is Alexander Syrsky. A little bit about Syrsky, the new army chief. Syrsky has experienced both defensive and offensive warfare, Mr. Zelensky said. He led the defense of Kyiv, Ukraine's capital, at the start of the full-scale invasion. He then masterminded Ukraine's surprise and successful counterattack in Kharkiv that summer, and has since been serving as the head of the military operations in eastern Ukraine, one of the two main axes in the counteroffensive. Of course, this wasn't without criticism, so opposition parties were condemning this as Poroshenko's allies, for example, were condemning this as a huge mistake by the president, as were some others. Okay, politics is everywhere. You can't escape from it. Pravda was keeping it classy. Valery Zaluzhniy is now officially unemployed. In other news, Ukraine returns another 100 Ukrainians from Russian captivity, so that's some good news. Now turning to the U.S. Senate. So yesterday, this article was U.S. Senate to vote on a standalone foreign aid package, including Ukraine. And as I said yesterday, the shutting it down like they did yesterday was only to force them to go back and renegotiate something else. So they did, and they actually passed something. So the Senate is now moving forward on a Ukraine, Israel, Taiwan only bill. It took all of the border provisions out of it. Now, whether it'll fly or not, we'll find out shortly, but they did vote on this, and they voted on it by 67 to 32 in the first procedural hurdle needed to advance the bill. So now the bill can go out to the floor, and it can have amendments attached to it. But it looks like without all the border harassment, something may still get done. Okay, a little bit more about this. The $95.34 billion package still contains that $60 billion in new aid for Ukraine, $14 for Israel, $9.5 for humanitarian assistance, including Gaza. If Republicans' report stays at about the same level, it will represent a significant decline in support for Ukraine within the GOP, but still enough to advance it. There were 39 GOP senators that supported the last one, and then they listed all the senators that voted for it from the Republican side, and yeah, they have plenty of support over on the Senate side. It's yet to be determined what will happen when it goes to the House, but if a bill like this can get out onto the House floor, if Mike Johnson will permit it, it will pass, and that'll show that it really is politics what's driving this rather than policy, because they want to give Trump the border issue to run on. If it doesn't go, or if there's a big fight about it, then it's probably still about policy. But this bill could stand alone, and Ukraine gets what it needs. Hopefully they'll do it sooner than later. Thank you for your time, the likes, the shares, and the subscribes, and thank you for being the kind of person that cares about Ukraine.